The poster behind me says it all. This is my 7th visit to Manipur since May 2023. But this time, it is for Lok Sabha election 2024 as Manipur with the rest of the country goes into elections. The first phase, that is 19th of April, most of Manipur would be voting on 19th of April 2024. But there are pockets where people, mostly internally displaced people, would be voting on 26th of April 2024. These posters and banners, I vote for sure, have been put up by Election Commission of India to remind every citizen of Manipur their right to vote and why they must vote, to remind democracy the power of people. Yes, Manipur would vote for sure, but which way the votes of Manipur go and favor which political party, only time would say. As we revisit Manipur, this time we would also catch up with leaders to try and understand whether it was easy or difficult for them to go back to voters, convince them and win their confidence. First up, it's BJP's candidate, a sitting minister in Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's cabinet, who is on the ticket and running for this Lok Sabha election 2024, Basanta Singh. We catch up with him to try and understand, under the shadows of violence, with the memory of violence, whether this has been a different and a difficult election campaign for an otherwise known politician. Joining me in this conversation is BJP candidate from Inner Manipur Lok Sabha constituency. Elections is nothing new for Mr. Basanta Singh. He is a sitting minister. But sir, is this election different from the other elections?
No, all elections are different from other elections because each election will have different issues, different people, different candidates. So each election is different. But elections have to happen every 5 years. So it's happening. So it's a normal election, I would say.
But given the fact that the elections are happening under circumstances, we can't deny there had been violence in Manipur. And now when the elections are happening, is it a different kind of a situation for you to go and seek votes? Is there any extra difficulty?
Not really, not for the Bharatiya Janata Party, the party to which I belong to, because for us, every day is an effort to connect with the people, to help people, and we are, in election mode, from day one, so we don't wait for elections to happen. It's the work we do, ultimately, when we go to the people. We say we've done this work, and then we ask them for their votes. So it's the achievements and the efforts made by the Karyakartas of the party, BJP, and definitely Manipur, due to the recent happenings which started on May 3rd, as you mentioned, last year, May 3rd. So people, there's a certain sense that the election is not the usual, noisy and the usual election that is. It's subdued, but it is, more or less people will come out in numbers and vote on election day.
Did you feel any kind of grievance against BJP? Because BJP is there in power out here and also BJP is there in power at the center. So obviously whoever is there in the power, people hold their grievances more principally against the party in power. You are representing the party which is in power. Did you come across any situation where you had to put in extra effort to convince people that look, we have done enough and our actions can't be mistaken?
No, there's no question of grievance because I'm from the BJP myself, and what we've been doing has been outstanding work. The trouble started, but in all over the world, in history and presently also, troubles will happen, will erupt, and there will be, governments like us which are serious about the issues and will try to resolve the issues. And we have been trying. I mean, it happened so many times during the Congress times in BJP, in Manipur also. So it's, I'm not saying it, it shouldn't have happened. It should have happened. It shouldn't have. It happened. We're trying to, resolve the matter the best possible way. The center, the state, and we go to the people and say, look, it's up to them to decide. No, we'll know when the results come on the 4th whether the people are happy or unhappy with our. Because ultimately, it's the people which has the say through elections.
I have travelled length and breadth of Manipur for the past several months. There is a section of people who say the doctor who had been treating you for all these years, that doctor should continue treating you if your disease deepens. There is another section says, if the doctor has failed treating you for the past 11 months, then you change the doctor. Opinions are divided. While it's democracy, but does it make it difficult for BJP?
Not really, because we have gone to the people with our achievements, which is to keep Manipur one, to save the state. And Home Minister said so very, candidly when he was here for the meeting. He said, this fight is not between the Congress and the BJP, it's a fight between those who want to break up Manipur and those who want to keep Manipur united, which is the BJP. Here it's the people who we need to reassure that peace will come as soon as, when such incidents happen, if you look at the history or look at such incidents, study any incident, it doesn't happen overnight. People say, why isn't the Prime Minister coming, Home Minister coming? If he comes here today and if it'll be resolved tomorrow, he'll come. He has been here also, Home Minister. It's not that the Prime Minister doesn't want to come. It's that it's such a situation, it's a complex situation where there are people of different communities who need to bring more understanding, more talks, and then resolve the issue and make sure we remain united. The goal is to remain, Manipur should remain one and united, and not, there should be no talk of any kind of separatism of any kind in Manipur. We have remained one for thousands of years. No force in this world can break them. That's exactly what
and the nation actually thinks exactly the same. That Manipur should always stay one and stay united. But sir, do you think had the Prime Minister come, things would have been little different?
See,
I ask this to you as a politician. I ask this to you as also
to you as a politician, as a person also.
A person from Manipur.
I know deep down in my heart, and I'm so confident that our Prime Minister loves Manipur. From the deep within his heart, he has such good feelings for Manipur because he's the Prime Minister who has visited Northeast more than 70 times, more than all the Congress Prime Ministers put together. He's the Prime Minister who's visited Manipur more times than all the Congress Prime Ministers put together. So there's no question of him, not caring for Manipur. He cares deeply for Manipur.
He could have come there.
No, it's not that. You see, the situation was such that it was handled by the Home Minister. And he said, I have full confidence in the Home Minister handling the situation. And he said so on the floor of the Parliament.
Yes.
He said, I care deeply for the mothers and the sisters of Manipur and my daughters in Manipur. We are with you. We'll do everything possible to help Manipur get back to normalcy. And that is his feeling. And I know because I met him 3-4 times before I joined politics also. So after I joined also I met him. So he's a person who wants to, and it's, you see, there are a lot of journalists who want to, put a narrative forward that his coming will solve the problem or somebody coming will solve. Did the Congress, any Prime Minister come when the Kuki-Naga clashes happened? No, it went on for 6-7 years. Did any Home Minister come when there was a clash between Meitei Pangals and Meiteis? Next day they just imposed a president's rule. At least we haven't done that. The BJP hasn't done that. What the BJP has done is we have, ILPs in force in Manipur. We have we are going to do the fencing on a war footing. We have removed FMR in spite of opposition from Nagaland and Mizoram. They said, central government said, Manipur is right. Why should the government of India, why should Narendra Modi take such a decision that what Manipur is saying is right? It's the infiltrators who are coming from across the border who is creating security problems for the country as well as demographic changes in Manipur. So these issues are very complex. You see, we can't just solve by one interview or just we have been talking, we'll be talking. There'll be ways in which there'll be reconciliation, and then we'll see people have died. People have lost homes. People have got hurt. So those feelings, we have to be sensitive to those feelings and not create such a news that people get more emotional and more, violent. We have to tone down the violence. We have to talk more, and we have to bring back peace to Manipur, resolve the internally displaced persons, and make sure that they are resettled. So these are things.
How long can that take, sir? This entire exercise of resetting?
See, it is human beings which are involved. It's not just one thing you can say and put them in one place and say you're there. We have to, make sure that human beings on both sides are thinking more in a positive way. That we have to reconcile. We have to bring forth, reduce the number of people who think negatively. Increase the number of people who think positively through positive actions, through positive words. That we need to also, as a larger community, reach out to the smaller community. They also should reciprocate in kind, and that is the way forward. It won't happen overnight. It takes time. I'm telling you, we've seen. I'm a student of history. Look at France and Germany. Germany attacked France, and they were at war, and lakhs of people were killed. Ultimately, now they're the best of neighbors. They live together. So they're the best of friends. We can also do. We should have hope. We should have hope for Manipur. Please, build hope for Manipur, and try not to get a negative narrative out there. Let's try to bring a positive narrative and bring back Manipur on the rails. We need to resolve it at the earliest, and I will, in my capacity, if I am elected as MP, because right now I am the education minister.
I know.
So I'll have to leave the state, go to the center, and I'm going this with the hope and with the, after praying to God and after consulting all the people, that we will, solve this problem at the earliest and resettle the displaced people at the earliest and bring in schemes for the youth, the minorities, and again, get back, on the normal course of life which people want. The people of Manipur want it very badly, and I will work towards that with sincerity, with honesty, and I'll ensure that the central leadership does listen to us.
I have, as I said, I have travelled the length and breadth of Manipur. While there had been opinion about BJP, there is opinion about the Union Home Minister, the Prime Minister, but I have not come across a single person badmouth about you. And maybe that's the reason your party has chosen you. People have said, Mr. Singh is very grounded, a human being. He's a rooted minister. He had been working in the government. How confident are you that you will be able to change your party's image among the people of Manipur?
See, the party's image is, I think, the results of the elections will show that the party's image, people have been, emotional and upset. We understand that, and we are trying to have meetings with all sections. The Honorable Chief Minister has been meeting people in his bungalow, calling them, trying to make them understand the issue. The deep underlying issues have to be really understood, properly before we can resolve the issue. So I think the results of the elections will show that the people are still with the BJP, because we are ruling at the center as well as the state. And if it comes otherwise, the results, we'll accept it gracefully. But we are confident that people have now understood what has been happening, and it's not really simple, it's really complex, and
I've been saying it from day one. It is it's a very complex subject. I get the point.
Human feelings.
I get the point. But when I go to this relief center, I'm so glad, sir, that you're taking all these questions. Not many politicians would want to take these questions, and I appreciate that. When I go to these relief centers, they are saying, India has moved on. Elections are happening. Why can't elections wait till we are being settled? We are as Indians as everyone else. So we could have been settled, and not necessarily they go back to the land they have left or they have to leave. sent to new homes. That rehabilitation work hasn't happened, sir. They are still languishing in relief centers, and they're called inmates.
Let me come to that. The first part, when you said that they think elections should not happen and all, that's not the majority, let me assure you, because I also have more than 300 people staying here in my own village, and they're all going to vote. They don't mind, because we look after them, and they are also very emotionally and this thing very challenged. But at the same time, it's not. There are some people who are unhappy, dissatisfied. They have. Anybody would be. You and me would be also. But the effort that the government makes to resettle, it's so complex. You got to get funds from the center, then you got to make sure it's on the ground. Then rebuilding. We have made a plan. The government has made a plan now. Where to build homes if they are not able to go back. If they are able to go back, the funds should be there to rebuild there. The deputy commissioners have done an exercise. What kind of homes were burned down? Were they pakka homes, semi-pakka homes? So in detail, the government was working, the chief secretary, the deputy commissioners, they have been on the field at the instruction of the present government to try and resettle all the people at the earliest. Like, for instance, the people who are staying in my village, some of them don't want to go back. They say, please build homes for us here. So we are trying to build homes for them. But that needs funds. And the center needs to allocate special funds. So for that matter, that's what I'm telling the people, that it will be my duty and responsibility to seek more funds from the center so that it can be speeded up. The process of resettlement can be speeded up. But it's difficult to get it done overnight. It's not practical. And let me tell you, the negative narrative also gets portrayed in the press a lot. I was telling people from my local channels also that 2 people say we don't want to vote and 10 people say we want to vote. So you only show those 2 people who says they don't want to vote, or at least show 2 people who says they want to vote, and make it a balanced, view kind of thing to the viewers. So these kind of things also
I came across a person who said he's indecisive. One person said I will go vote. The third person said I will go vote for Nota.
So
I will show all.
You should show all.
I will show. Yeah. Finally, sir, how confident are you about Ab Ki Baar 400 Par? Because if Ab Ki Baar 400 Par has to happen, you need to win. The outer Manipur where your ally is fighting, they need to win. So if Ab Ki Baar 400 Par, how confident are you about that?
See, when a political party goes into election mode, you've set targets for yourself. Okay, you said 370 for the party and 400 par for the NDA. And there's no harm in that, because in the last election we said 300 par and we crossed 300 and we reached 303 to 2019. So, and this time I think we're fairly confident, but we'll get a thumping majority, that's for sure. But the exact numbers we'll know when I'm not a psephologist where I can say that this will happen. But in my personal reading, 370 is doable. But if not 370, at least 350 will come practically. And then again, the numbers will be accordingly. But target BJP, NDA definitely 400 par and 370. That's our target.
And final question, sir, before I let you go. I know you have a very busy schedule, and please do understand that it's nothing personal against Prime Minister Modi, all right? When people say that why isn't the Prime Minister coming, you are saying the Prime Minister is not coming for this reason, that reason, and if he coming would solve the issue tomorrow, he would come. Well, that point is accepted. But do you also understand that it's all Modi ki guarantee, from your manifesto to your hoarding? Show me one place which is without him. So to have an expectation from the Prime Minister is not unreal. My question is to the human being, Basanta Kumar Singh, the Manipuri Basanta Kumar Singh. What is your expectation from Prime Minister Modi?
Well, I expect that he would, in the coming days and months, resolve this issue at the earliest, and it would be my endeavor to, request him, convince him that these are the issues in Manipur, because as of now, it's not that he doesn't, have any sort of thing for Manipur. He does feel for Manipur. He cares deeply for Manipur. Whenever he wears a Lengyan, he wears a Manipuri Lengyan, he knows that. But
But
you, me, know, wait, you, me know that by coming here, the issues are so complex that it takes time for it to settle. So it will be my endeavor to request him to resolve the issue at the earliest, and if possible, come visit Manipur at the earliest, so that people also feel that whatever he cares for Manipur is also there, as people expect. So that is what I would like to say.
I'm very glad that you have taken all the questions, but sir, just to let you know, there is a very famous adage: justice is done and justice is seen to be done.
Yeah. And we'll ensure that justice is also seen to be done. We have been ensuring that. Please, for God's sake, please remember that the state government and the central government have been daily 24/7 working to resolve this issue. It's just that it's just a complex and a very complicated issue. There are two kinds of people, the naysayers and there are people who are positively inclined. So let us not move more towards the naysayers, reduce the number of naysayers and try to have more positively inclined people, so that we can in the future, avoid any kind of issues which gets even more complicated, because human beings' emotions are involved in this. People have died. There are other places where more people have died, other incidents where more people have died, but no one should die.
No one should die. Basanta Kumar Singh, thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. I'm very glad that you have taken all the questions. With video journalist Ronnie Shatra here in Imphal, this is Tamal Saha for News the Truth NTT. Thank you so much, sir. Pleasure, sir.